If none of y'all have ever smelled fresh cut hay, you are missing out. It smells absolutely fabulous down here. So today we are up early. We actually are going to start a project that I have wanted to do since before we even started homesteading. It's always been kind of like a, I guess like a fantasy, a want to experience cutting hay by hand. That's what we're doing today. We all have some scythes. Me and Corbin have European scythes. The rest of the boys have American scythes, and we are going to try our hand at making hay. The mowing of the hay is way easier than I ever expected. You'd think having the grass so tall it would be hard to move, but these scythes just cut through it like a hot knife through butter. Being out this early in the morning, the dew is so heavy, the dew actually sticks to the grass and makes it fall easier. So getting an early start is definitely a must. Plus it's cool because we are headed into summer and the weather is pretty warm. You'll notice that almost all of us are barefoot, and it actually makes it easier. The movement of slicing with the scythe actually is easier if you're barefoot, and we don't have a lot of thistles and thorns in our grass anymore, so it's completely comfortable to walk through this dewy, wet grass barefoot. All right, we've been going about 2 hours. We are nearly done. I'm having a blast. This is really cool. Yeah, it's really cool to be able to cut our own hay. This is something I have always wanted to do. It doesn't feel like the camera's doing it justice, but those are some pretty good sized windrows. Can't believe we did it. But we finally did it. Corbin is finishing up the last little bit. And the supervisor's here. All right, good job guys, we did it. Let's see. It is 9:05. Wow. So we started just after 6:30 this morning. It's now 9. I'd say we did pretty good. I had actually said that the other day. I was like, hey, we're gonna cut hay. If we start at 6, I bet you we're done by 9. I was right. I'll have to calculate up what exactly we cut. My guess is somewhere around, I don't know, maybe an acre. I'll add it up. It might be less. But that was good. Ruined my first shirt of the day. Honestly, I think we probably should have started at like 4:30. As soon as that sun came out. Whew, it got hot.
Where's the 5?
That one and the red.
Sullivan one.
It's right in front of you.
Oh.
Alright, it put some curve into it. Let's see if it stays. It's been a couple days. The hay is working on drying. What we're doing here is we're turning the hay to make sure it is all dried before we pick it up and put it away at the end of the day. So most of it is pretty dry, but there is some of it that is still pretty wet. It was in the deepest windrow at the bottom. So we're getting it all turned over and it'll probably be dry enough by this evening. It's supposed to be really hot today. By the time we got right here, we were worn the heck out.
Huh.
All right, we've got it flipped. We're gonna let this dry the rest of the day. It's supposed to be 85 degrees today, so it's gonna be pretty warm. We're gonna check this evening. We'll probably be picking it up this evening and making our haystack.
Having it like this.
Can you pick it up? Okay, put it in. Good job. So we are not using the stanchion right now, so it's a roof. I figured that would be a pretty good size haystack. I think I underestimated how much hay we were gonna have. That is not gonna be big enough. Its dimensions are like 6 feet by 6 feet. I think technically a haystack needs to be 14 feet round by 14 feet tall. So, I mean, we could at least get a couple loads in there, keep some of the rain off of it. If none of y'all have ever smelled fresh cut hay, you are missing out. It smells absolutely fabulous down here. All right, so we made it all fit, barely. It's pretty tight. So I'm gonna stick a thermometer in this. I have hay in my hair, I have hay everywhere. But I don't mind, it smells so good. So that's a bunch of hay. If I were to guess, if we were baling it, judging by how much this was to move, I would say this is like 3 round bales maybe. It's a lot of weight. It's still pretty green, but this morning when we came out and kind of flipped it to see if it was ready, there were some spots that had a little bit of green still. But I will say it's very light. It smells amazing. I have a scythe book that came with my scythe when Meg got it for me for my birthday, and it was talking about cutting hay. And all the old timers say, trust your nose. When you cut the grass, it smells like cut grass. And it starts smelling like hay when it's ready. And it was probably yesterday afternoon, I noticed all of a sudden I can really smell hay. It smells like someone cut hay around here. Corbin put the thermometer in there. It says 55 degrees right now. So that's pretty cold. We will monitor that. As we were all doing this, we were all talking, and all the boys are like, I would do this again. This was really fun. This has been like a lifelong want, a desire of mine. I've always wanted to just see what it's like to cut hay by hand with hand tools. People are probably gonna give me some grief for the golf cart, but I don't have a horse. If I had a horse, I would have used it, but I got a golf cart. Honestly, I was gonna use the lawnmower because it tows that wagon a lot better, but in the spirit of, you know, being quiet and hearing the birds and the crickets, it's like, yeah, the golf cart will be just fine. Now, I think we ran the battery pretty low. We'll see if it makes it up the hill to the charger. But it was nice, everything being quiet. We can talk all the way across the field. We can laugh, we can joke. It was cool. What did you guys think?
I liked
That
it.
was awesome.
Is this worth doing again?
Yeah.
Totally.
Okay, so
That was a good haystack.
that was a good haystack. Yeah, it is. All right, I think that is gonna do it for this video. We did it before we ran out of daylight. The sun has set. It's, I don't know, maybe about 8:30, something like that. So that took us about 2 hours. So I would say for all of our hay this first time, we had 2.5 hours in cutting the hay, maybe another half hour of going through this morning, flipping the hay, and then another 1.5 to 2 hours for picking it up and transporting it. So all in all, you know, 5-6 hours of work maybe. Mapping it out, it's just under half an acre. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked. This was cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this this crazy experiment that we had. We'll probably do it again. The nice thing about cutting grass by hand is I can get in and I can make hay out of places a machine can't go. And if I don't want to, you know, hay the Bradford pears that you usually see in hay sometimes, I can avoid them. That is going to do it for us for this video. We will catch you guys on the next one.